Game Over 86 coming back with another video, and today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts and my opinions on Sony and Microsoft merging together, joining together for cloud gaming. And let me just go ahead and just throw this out there for everybody that thinks that Xbox won or Sony won. Stop. No, the gamers won. This is great for both companies to come together to work on cloud gaming. I think Sony understands a lot that Microsoft is just bigger and better when it comes to this cloud-based gaming, and I think that they're not stupid by any means. And I think Microsoft, obviously, Azure, or however you want to say it, their service cloud-based gaming is for anybody. So it's not like this is. A lot of people are saying this is groundbreaking, this is crazy, this ain't clickbait, or this is it's cloud-based gaming. A lot of people understand that eventually streaming will be at an all-time high. There'll be a lot of digital only eventually, and I think Sony knows that eventually going in the future, and they're working with Microsoft because Microsoft is a big, huge company with software, and Sony does hardware. And I think if they can both obviously work together where it won't fall out like Nintendo with Sony, and I think Microsoft's going to be doing stuff possibly with Nintendo and all their stuff. They brought some games over. But to get into it, I will save that for the end. All my thoughts and my opinions, guys, are my own. But if you guys are new to this channel and you guys do like what you see at the end of the video, if you guys would like to support me any farther, make sure you guys hit that subscription button. Make sure you guys like the video and share this video with a friend that you know loves gaming as much as we do and needs to hear about some of this stuff going forward. Now, that being said, let's get into it, guys. Yes, I have mentioned this numerous times throughout the years with just how everything's going, how everything should be going with the console creators, and how I believe they should go. It's always about the gamers. It's always about the consumers, in my opinion. Now, I think a lot of people who do come to my channel and appreciate me because I'm straight up, I'm forward, I'm honest, I'm always been, unbiased when it comes to this stuff. To me, this ain't a console war. It never has been. It's just with the fanboys out there. And I ain't a fanboy. I am a fan. And I like to see companies sometimes work together. Sometimes I like to see them go on their own and try to innovate and make new ideas to where other people will come on to them. Nintendo's done it, Sony's done it, Microsoft's done it, hell, PC's even done it. Sega's done it probably the best in my opinion. That's my opinion. But it's cool to see Sony and Microsoft kind of coming together. Now, a lot of people are thinking, oh, we see exclusives on the Xbox. No, I don't think you'll see any exclusive games on the Xbox. Technically, if they're streaming and whatnot, the Xbox platform, no. As a console, no, we will not. A lot of people forget that Microsoft Azure, or however you want to say it, a lot of people are forgetting that this is a streaming cloud for any company to join up with them. Now, Microsoft will be making some money off of this. They will definitely be, getting a lot of the people that are going to be contributing, not only just fans of Sony or people that are subscribed through Sony that will be using the streaming services. Obviously, Microsoft will be making some money, and they're not stupid on it. Like, a lot of these people forget that these companies are going to have to work together. And their biggest goal is to stop and I think slow down Stadia, which I have a video coming up Friday on that as well, talking a little bit more just in PlayStation in depth. Obviously, with some other cool features that I think you guys might like. So make sure you tune into that one too. 9 a.m. Central Time here in the States, guys. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I try to get some extra videos out there, but eventually, hopefully, I can get full time and I may be able to just make some videos and keep you guys entertained. And I love doing this, so I'm happy to talk to you guys about this. But let's go ahead and read this together. Sony and Microsoft have been games industry competitors ever since Xbox went up against the PlayStation 2. I think we all know that. But the two companies have just announced some cloud-centric collaboration in the future. A joint press release says that they will explore the use of current Microsoft Azure data center-based solutions for Sony games and content streaming services, which is really cool. In simple terms, they state, because they always think that we don't know what they're talking about, but it says Sony will soon use Microsoft's mastery of the cloud to make its games and entertainment streaming like PlayStation Now and PlayStation View presumably work better. So they're using a cloud-based system that will be running a lot of the stuff better, obviously, because Google has a ton of money and they're going to throw a lot of stuff at Stadia, and I think a lot of companies are taking them seriously because of the money. Not really talent or known for video game stuff. I'm not saying it'll work. I'm not saying it'll fail. I'm just saying that these companies are going to try to team together. Obviously, they would do that if it came down to PCs eventually. You can see all these companies eventually, but PC is such a huge, vast market that they're not trying to compete with anybody like that. And Nintendo's like that market that doesn't really like to compete with anybody. They like to do their own thing, which is cool as well. That's what makes them unique and I think appeal to consumers. But when it comes to big time corporations like Sony and Microsoft, and I'm not saying Nintendo's not, I'm just saying when it comes to the heavy hitters that are really trying to keep companies from destroying their company like Google and Stadia. And I'm not saying we want that. We always want competition. I think that's the best thing. But it says this isn't a merger. It isn't Microsoft and Sony setting aside their competition in gaming. It just says a new collaboration between two gaming giants coming just a few months after Google announced it would be entering the cloud gaming space. And like I said, it's Google Stadia. It said they may be unrelated development, of course, and business arrangements like these can be a result of years of discussion. But it wouldn't be surprised if Stadia moved up a few timetables. And I could see Stadia actually moving up really, really fast because of the money. I mean, it's all about money. If you have money, dude, you can do anything you want. You can look at people like Fortnite right now with Epic Games, and they're buying up all these developers in these games and keeping them over there exclusively timed-wise because they have money right now. Eventually, that money may run out, and then Steam will just sit there like they normally will, and people will come back. But it says Sony has always been a leader in both entertainment and technology, and the collaboration we announced today builds a history of innovation. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella, I hope I'm saying that right. I apologize if I'm not. It said in a press release, our partnership brings the power of Azure and Azure AI to Sony to deliver new gaming and entertainment experiences for the consumers and the customers. Notice that's what they said. And that's what it's about. And now I know a lot of people say, oh, you look like a corporate shill. No, I'm not. It's always been about the consumers. Literally, it's never been about government. It's never been about the console creators. It's never been about technically publishers or developers. It's all to target consumers, the gamers. I mean, without anybody spending money, they don't stay afloat. None of these developing companies would be around to make games. None of these publishers. No, if everybody said, you know what, forget console gaming, I'll go to PC, they would go under. They would have to change their whole dynamic, and they would try to do something to keep people, targeted with them. And then it says, Phil Spencer released a tweet stating he's excited about the opportunities ahead with Sony for us to pursue our mutual gaming ambitions and delight players around the world. And I have been more positive towards Xbox in the recent past. I've been talking about how they made the disability controllers, and I know a lot of people say, well, they're just doing that to gain popularity or to gain some positive feed. Well, duh, you want that as a company. But still, them doing that is still good for people that are disabled that cannot do it. And with the blind controller, I can't remember, the Braille, I think is what it's called, Braille, where they can touch and remember what button that is on the back of the controller. If you guys watch that video, you guys check that out. If you guys haven't, I will leave links to that at the end of the video, guys. But all that stuff is good, even though if they're trying to kiss ass and suck up to the people to get better and get positive terms on people that want to sponsor them or want to people invest in them, or rather just be consumers that want to buy their consoles, it's good that they're doing that because it's getting everybody that maybe, like I stated in the past video, that takes gaming for granted. I mean, there's a lot of people out there with disabilities that don't get to enjoy the gaming, and they're trying to make it that way. And by them doing that, maybe Sony will do that. Maybe PC will jump out there and do that. Maybe Nintendo will jump out there and do that. And that will be cool because more people that get to play and enjoy games is better for the gaming world, community. It's better for business too. They make more money. They can spend it on other things. It also says the deal extends to some areas of hardware development, including Sony-made sensors and semiconductors being put to use for Microsoft Cloud AI developers. So developments, excuse me. And it says that's a mouthful even after I summarize it in a full release. I love how they always try to entertain us with some of their stuff. But it says, I quote, "For many years, Microsoft has been a key business partner for us, though of the course of the two companies have also been competing in some areas." Sony CEO Kenichiro Yoshida said, and I hope I'm saying that name right, said, I believe that our joint development of future cloud solutions will contribute greatly to the advancement of the interactive content. And it says, additionally, I hope that in the areas of semiconductors and AI, leveraging each company's cutting edge technology in a mutually complementary way will lead the creation to a new value of society. That's awesome. And I think as a whole, when you see this, a lot of people are blowing it up saying, yes, they're coming together, gaming and all this. Oh, well, all these games. I still think they're going to be obviously competing. That's what it's about. Using this service it's basically for stream gaming. A lot of these propaganda YouTube channels and even these big gaming YouTube channels will come out and just try to clickbait you. Honestly, I'm going to use that picture probably right there with me on there saying Microsoft PlayStation is joining up for stream gaming. I don't always like to do clickbait because I don't like to feel or make the viewers feel like they're stupid or they have to click on something. Every now and then, I mean, clickbaiting I guess is okay, but I don't ever want to make it to seem where you're questioning my character of a channel rather than the actual video. Because when you look at that and you see people, like I've stated before in the past, they'll make a video that says, is Final Fantasy VII good? And it's like, we played it in 1995. Don't question my character, and it makes you question theirs if they're really just trying to clickbait you or act completely stupid. And that's just how I believe. That's just how I am, and that's how my channel will always be. But going forward, when I see this, I think it's cool. I think it's cool to see companies together. That'd be cool to see Nintendo change their whole online service also for the better. Not just for me, but for a lot of people that enjoy playing online games. I think going forward, though, when it comes to cloud gaming, it's still a ways away for it to be like the main. That's the number one thing that more people are doing, kind of like Netflix is now, Hulu, Amazon Prime, stuff like that. I think the gaming aspect, it's still a little ways away. I can see 2023, 2024, maybe even 2025. I can see it being a lot bigger. I can see digital media completely gone after next gen. I'm not just saying that to say it like everybody else. I can just see it happening. More people jump to PC gaming every year, and that's not me bragging or dogging the consoles. I'm just saying it's because of they get more features. They get more things to do. They get cheaper games. You don't have to pay for the online service. They get a lot more features than what console players do. And now that these companies are coming together to give you more, it's like people get excited. And that's what I think some PC gamers and channels will actually come out and say, look, we're not dogging consoles. We're just saying we think they should be more open to consumers. And this is being one step going forward that they're trying to do. And I know a lot of people are saying, no, they're doing this because they're trying to compete with Google Stadia. Yes, I understand that. That's what companies do. There are competition. But to say that they're not going to still be competing with each other when it comes to exclusives or when it comes to actual hardware, capabilities to where you go, wow, I'm buying the PlayStation 4 or buying the PlayStation 5 because it has this feature, with the PlayStation VR 2, or maybe the Xbox 2 has Oculus Rift finally that comes to it. I mean, there's things that you can say, wow, you can only get it here. And that's what I think great about consoles and competition. Am I a fanboy? No. Do I like gaming consoles? Yeah. Do I like PC? Yeah. Do I like video games to compete together? Yeah, you damn right I do. I want it to be better, because if they're all just sitting by and being pretty much content with all their stuff, they're never going to change, and they're never going to go above and beyond to try to hit that mark and to be different. And if they're all joined together, which this ain't a bad thing, but if they all just come together and they're like, oh, we're all together, they'll all just get complacent. They'll just be about money, and it'll pretty much be the ending of pretty much gaming. Because yes, they could all be together, but you want that competition. You want that people to go, okay, they made the Wii nunchuck controllers, we can make the Move. Okay, even though it wasn't the best, that's what is great about competition. It's not about who does it first. It's not always about who does it best. It's about competition, because that is what makes the gamers, in my opinion, the best. That's what makes everything better for us, the consumers, the people that are paying their hard-earned dollars for these developers, not to sit by and say, well, we're all together now, let's all just have fun and sit here and watch the money flow in. Or they could sit there and say, you know what, I don't like what they're doing over there. We're going to make it. We're going to try to do this better. We're going to come out and do this better. And like I said, if you're not a fanboy, like, a lot of people are, if you're just like myself, unbiased, and you just like gaming, dude, it's awesome. There's some people out there that will not buy an Xbox because they're Sony fans. There are people out there that will not buy a PlayStation because they're Xbox fans. And there's people out there that will not buy either because they're Nintendo fans. And to me, I buy everything, and then I get love from everything. Like, oh, cool, you know, I get Game Pass, and I get that. Some people are like, oh, I don't like it. Okay, and then the PlayStation, I get the great exclusives. Nintendo, I get their great exclusives. I get the Labo VR, even though it's not that good. I got a chance to try it out. I get PlayStation VR. Hell, I might even get Oculus Rift if it comes to the Xbox too. I'm just saying there's so many different things that come with it, and if you just drop the bias fanboy, hey, this is, no, I ain't getting that garbage, and just enjoy the gaming, that's what it's about. And that's what I think my channel is always bringing. I enjoy to see these companies doing something unique, and I understand it's about competition. And it's about, working together to try to stop Google Stadia from taking a lot of their money from their share market, pretty much. They hold pretty much that gaming area. I mean, there's so many people that buy from Sony and Microsoft every year, let alone Microsoft and their Windows, to all these other billions of people that have purchased that software over the years. But I mean, Sony's been around for a very long time. People forget that, and I've stated it in other videos, okay? They were the first ones to really perfect the analog controller. I understand people think that was Nintendo 64. It was not. It's pretty much a dialogue digital where it's a couple turning mechanisms and all that other stuff. You can Google it if you don't believe me. But I've stated it before. A lot of people will say, oh, well, this is this. And then they just go by what they hear. Do your research, okay? I understand there's companies out there like Atari that made some analog versions, but I'm talking about perfecting it and changing the way that gaming is looked at. When you look at a Nintendo Pro controller, people that say, oh, well, the nunchuck, Sony took that idea with the PlayStation Move. The Kinect and everything took that from the Wii bar and all that. Okay, well, I look at this and I think to myself, there's things that Nintendo has taken as well, but they won't mention that because most of the time they're biased and they're fanboys. And I'm not being a fanboy of Sony. There's a lot of things that Sony has taken from Sega, Nintendo, Microsoft, and it's the same thing. And without that, this is where I say thank you, Nintendo, for doing that, or thank you, Microsoft, or thank you, PC, or thank you, Sega, or even thank you, Sony. For the same fact is because it makes the competition better. It makes people try to do different things. Even though the Kinect kind of sucked in a way, they made it, and some people bought it. Some people enjoyed the games, the face recognition. Hell, there was a lot of bad features with it. But if it wasn't perfected by Nintendo at first, and then Sony, and then Microsoft, and all that other stuff with Kinect, and the PlayStation Eye, and all that, I mean, there was a ton of stuff. And if you really want to get serious about it, Nintendo fans that always want to jump down my throat, you remember the PlayStation 2? There was a PlayStation Eye. I mean, people forget about that. That was technically before your Wii and all that Kinect stuff as well. I'm just saying. I hate to be like that. I'm just saying. And there's a lot of things that Nintendo's done great too. There's a lot of things that other companies have done great and better. So this is cool to see. Let me know down in the comments down below, guys. And I know I sometimes jump and I go on a little bit of a rant. That wasn't a really big rant because I didn't cuss. And if I did, I didn't even realize it. That tells you right there that I need to watch it, right? And guys, it's funny because I love talking about videos and I love spreading this news and I love spreading positive information, not fanboyism and all this, stuff that you don't even research. I watch these channels and I just laugh so much. I'm like, oh my God, they're so wrong and so blinded by their own biased fanboy opinions. So anyway, that was just me being real with you. And I like being real because what else is there? Be fake, and then when you really see me, you're like, wow, this guy's a total piece of shit. No, I am this way if you see me in real life at a gaming convention, wherever I'd be. If you ever met me, I'm the realest, nicest dude, genuine. I would open my doors to help somebody because that's how I was raised, man, with good morals and dignity. I don't want to cheat the viewers, the subscribers, the fans, whatever you want to call yourselves towards my channel, towards anybody else's channel. I don't want to screw people like that. I want people to always come back when I'm at 100,000, 1,000,000 subs, 10,000 subs, 100 subs, whatever it is. I want people to come and say, you know what, this guy's real. He's never stood me down the wrong lane, no matter how big he gets. He's always tried to comment down below. He's always tried to be genuine and nice. And that's who I am, man. That's why I say I love being myself. I love being my own channel. I love doing YouTube. And I love spreading these videos and this joy of video gaming one video at a time, guys, like I said before. But guys, I say this every video because I really do mean it. Take care of one another. do good deed, stay safe, enjoy the video games that you guys are playing, and let me know down in the comments what you guys think of this as well. I think it's cool. I think it's awesome. We all win, man. Gaming, anytime gamers get to win, that's a win-win every single day. So I will see you guys on the next video. Obviously, share this video with a friend that you know out there that is a diehard fan of gaming, whether it be consoles, PC, don't matter. Let them know, hey man, these people are around, they're ready to spread the love, and this cloud-based gaming looks like it's going to be pretty cool. And I've stated that before in the past. And also, if you guys are new and you do dig my channel and you guys do appreciate my honesty, my unbiased opinions, and you guys just love seeing me, man. And by the way, I trimmed up my beard and I got my hair all trimmed up too, guys. I hope you guys liked it. I try to stay clean as best I can. Sometimes, you know, I just get a little grody, I think. Sometimes the beard just grows out too bad and I'm like, you know what? I got to trim it up. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you stopping by. And I know this is a long outro. I love you very much. Do a good deed. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.